Welcome to day 3 of the Divine Attraction Challenge. Today we're talking about shadows, love shadows to be specific. So shadow work is something that's very prominent in psychology and started largely with Carl Jung. And the shadow is the part of ourself that we don't like to admit that is there. It's the things we deny about ourselves and we get triggered in others. And shadow work is such an important thing for us to do when healing patterns because it allows us to become self-aware without judging ourselves and therefore, more importantly, without judging others around us as being bad and wrong, because what we're really doing is projecting that shadow within us onto them. It allows us to become more whole and complete within ourselves. So in this lesson today, that I'm recapping here, this is about understanding that what is within us is also within everybody else. And what we don't like to see in other people is because we are denying and avoiding that aspect within ourselves. Yes, that means that the trait that most bothers you is something that really, really is so painful inside of you about you that you're completely denying is there. So what is that? What is the thing that you can't tolerate? The way we start is by asking outwardly, what can I not tolerate in you? What can I not tolerate in relationships? What can I not tolerate in the world? Okay, that's a lot easier to ask because the answers come right away. Then once we have those answers, we ask the question, well, in what way do I exhibit that trait? In what way do I have this quality? And try not to shy away from it, because there's treasure in the understanding, there's treasure in the curiosity, there's treasure in discovering that, oh yeah, I can't tolerate emotional unavailability. Oh, in what ways am I emotionally unavailable? I can't tolerate being left alone and being abandoned because I was abandoned as a child. Oh, in what way am I abandoning myself? That I'm not acknowledging. See, when you do this work, it's very humbling and it is very liberating at the same time. When we can stop making ourselves and others wrong for what we call negative traits, we then free ourselves to be more accepting, and we then free ourselves from creating the same patterns over and over in relationship. And so it's also important to understand that our subconscious mind is infinitely stronger and more powerful than our conscious mind. And it is our subconscious mind that is creating our reality. And having an experience or a type of relationship or a person in our lives is evidence that we want it, we need it, we desire it in some way. Maybe it's a masochistic way, maybe it's a painful way, but somehow in the subconscious, it gives us peace of mind that we are worthy, that we are valuable. So if this is you, if you have a repeated experience of not being good enough for a partner, how is that pleasurable to you? What are you getting out of that? We wouldn't keep repeating patterns in our lives if we weren't getting something from them. Now, the conscious mind says, this sucks, this is terrible, I don't like this, why does this keep happening to me? That's the victim mode. That's what your ego wants you to do. Your ego wants you to think you're powerless. You take your power back. You trick the ego by saying, actually, there's a part of me that is feeling more validated when I feel and create experiences that prove that I'm not good enough for my partners. And then I gain value in wallowing in my sorrow. And then I get to tell all my friends, and then they feel sorry for me and they comfort me, which is what I'm really craving, is that comfort. This is all subconscious, by the way, no judgment. We all do it. So don't be hard on yourself. This is freedom. This is very deep work. Let the tears flow. When an awareness comes in, oh yes, this is me. Oh yeah, I do that. Let it come out. The energy needs to be released. The awareness is mental. The release in the body is physical. Both are important. We cannot change something that we're not aware of. So we become aware, and then we can do the release in the energy body and allow the emotions, which is energy, to flow out of us. And from that place, we can say, I choose to take this and integrate it and find a good way to have this manifest in my life from a conscious place. So a good way to start here is to take a look at your triggers. What triggers you in a partner or in a series of partners? What triggers you in a family member? What triggers you maybe in global events or politics? A trait in a specific public figure, a personality, a behavior, one of your children, a friend. What is something that just makes your body react? And then you can start asking yourself the question, why? If I didn't have the button to push, it wouldn't push my buttons. It's not that everybody has to be an angel. It's that I just shouldn't have the button to push. So why? Why do I get triggered? Not from a judgmental place, but from a relaxed, curious place, because I, again, am the person who's recreating and generating these patterns or experiences in my life. Why? Why am I doing this? And then also, what am I getting out of this? What benefit to my subconscious is this giving me? Is it giving me confidence? Is it giving me attention? Is it giving me validation? Is it giving me relaxation? Is it giving me release? Is it giving me assurance? All of these things are things that our inner child maybe craves that didn't get, or you were made wrong. Were you made wrong for having needs? Were you made wrong for being energetic and big and emotional and maybe too sensitive or needy? Were you made wrong for these things? And so these things are actually things that your subconscious needs. And so you look for it in maybe not so positive ways to your conscious mind and maybe to others. It's time to take your power back and become self-aware. Just like there is night and day, summer and winter, we have what we call the light and we have what we call darkness. And the darkness might not be as fun, but it's not bad. It's just part of the whole. So let's become part of the whole as well within ourselves. And I look so forward to seeing you tomorrow when we start to come out into a more blissful place, that we've gone into the depths. And I invite you to start thinking about, is this work something that you want to delve into even deeper? Because I will be introducing options for you to join a group program, the Divine Attraction 8-week group program. And I'll be talking about that more tomorrow. So just start thinking about, is this a journey that I'm going to be fine with on my own right now? Or is this something that is like, oh, there's a lot more here? Because obviously We're just scratching the surface. And if you're committed to your growth, then I invite you to not limit yourself and to say, wow, when I do this work, the getting clear on what I desire, getting clear on what my beliefs are, looking into the shadows and integrating them, and learning to step more into my feminine energy, wow, I can start seeing how many miracles are going to be available in my life. So stay tuned and be gentle on yourself yet again. And I look so forward to seeing you tomorrow, my love.